Hey, friends.
Hey, friends.
Hey, friends. Welcome back.
We are back.
And we have a juicy episode today. Are we
Ooh,
excited?
how juicy is it?
I think it's going to be pretty juicy. So, for listeners tapping in, we have asked for you to submit advice, confessions, anything you just want to say to us. So, if you missed that, go to our Instagram, look at our link in bio. We have a Google form there, and it is anonymous. Telvin, you did make it anonymous, right?
I promise I made it anonymous.
It is anonymous. It is anonymous. So you can go in and upload any advice, a confession, a story, anything you want us to elaborate on. And we have some interesting responses for the first kickoff, and we're gonna chat through some of these and give our give our advice that no one asked for.
Ooh, I'm so ready to give mine.
I hope I see some that we can relate to, so we can share some juicy things too.
Yeah, and I want to also preface this too. We haven't read these. All we have is like a title of them, essentially, like kind of like a background. But we have not read the meat of it. None of us know what we're about to listen to. We're gonna all be shocked together.
Yep, we did that so we didn't have any like prior opinions, and we're gonna freeball it. That's what we're gonna do.
Wow. That was called raw dogging and not free balling, but free balling, I mean, whatever.
Well, raw dogging and free balling are two different things.
One's more dangerous than the other one.
Yeah, without knowing what's going on. You just, yeah. Okay, never mind. Yeah. All right, before we go into all of our stories that everyone submitted, we are going to just do a quick update. How's everyone feeling this week? Anything you want to share with us that's happened this week that's noteworthy?
I can go. I have something exciting. Life is good. I've been having a good week. It was my honey's birthday yesterday. I made him a carrot cake. I've never made a carrot cake before, so that was fun. But I do have some good news. I made a video for a brand, and they have reached out, and they want to actually do a collab post because they love the video so much. So I'm very excited.
It's exciting.
We love it.
Yeah, so that is a cool life update for me. What about y'all?
It's exciting, Jace. Congrats.
I know, this is big. This is like the first time in a long time where I feel like I'm getting better at creating my own content. And to be honest, I'm just not really giving a shit anymore. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to, if the lighting's not perfect. You know, I am such a perfectionist when it comes to all of this. And I've just decided I'm letting go of that. And opportunities are coming my way because of it. So I'm pumped.
I'm excited about that.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you.
Try.
What about y'all?
Well, you know, I've been basically on a vacation, hanging out. I have been enjoying my time, resting around the house, doing some odd end things, just catching up on life. So that's been really peaceful. So I'm really happy. Going on vacation this week. So once again, I'm living my best life. So I'll catch work on the other side at some point.
Hey, that's what you're shooting for, is peacefulness. So I love it for you.
Who knew it was going to be found in
yeah.
this way? So I highly recommend multiple weeks off of work. I think everyone should have mental health days and weeks. So if you have the option or any packages come your way, take them and go home. You will thank me later.
You say go home like we're all in the office.
Oh, yeah. Just close your computer and turn your chair around. You'll be good.
Telvin, where are you going this weekend?
I'm actually just going on a little short, getaway weekend. It's just going to Asheville with a few of my friends. We're going to check out some breweries, do the mountains, do some hiking. Just a little mountain weekend away from Atlanta for a little bit.
That's fun.
I've never been to Asheville, and I've always wanted to go.
That is so shocking. And I was talking to Kayla about that the other day. Like, she hasn't been either. And I was like, that's a trip we need to make.
I'm down.
I'm a huge fan.
I've heard it's so cute. Like, the whole little area.
It's a perfect little, like, mountain town, but it's actually a city. So it's actually developed. So you're not just, like, looking at trinkets all day. There's actually stuff to do. So
I
it's
want to
actually
go
pretty
hiking, though. And the only person I'm going hiking with is you. So.
Let go.
Down.
I got my bear spray.
Right.
Kayla, what about you? Any life updates?
No updates for me. I am in a weird place as far as working out and stuff, but I need to get back to it because I'm just had a week. The women things we have to go through have hit me hard this week. So I'm just kind of chilling, trying to feel better. I got my hair did, which I like. Oh, thank you. Shout out to Morgan. I'll tag her. But I'm excited about this and see how I work out with it. I did do a photo shoot with my trainer and the amazing group of ladies that work out with her. So I can't wait to get those photos back because the whole team was great, like talking us through the photo shoot, but I'm excited to see what those look like. So that was fun.
I am also excited to see those
And I
photos.
love the braids. I'm here for the braids.
Anytime I can get in front of a photographer and be able to just feel sexy, feel you, see those in live action, like get pictures, like I love it. So I think it's good to see also your growth like over the years. So that's
so true. And like the confidence, you know, when you look back at like old photos of yourself versus now, you're like, wow, there is a lot of growth here.
Right.
Well, I also think people miss the opportunity to document stages of their life. So I think that's good you're doing that because we're changing, and I want to look back and see how I looked in like, 2 years? Like, what's that thing going on TikTok? Not TikTok, Instagram. Everyone's showing that, show me at 21.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not posting when I looked at 21, but people are doing it.
Well, you're so cute. You literally look the same.
I do, but I don't think that that's like the past I want to relive that year. But
okay,
some people's I've seen, and I'm kind of like, damn, thank God for growth.
Well, I don't know. I look at these pictures. Hopefully, I'm gonna take them, and then my boys will see down the road, and they'll know, like, you know, mama could do both. They see me looking any kind of way at home, and then when I step out and can do photo shoots or go somewhere, they see that side too. So I'm excited.
I know that's right. Get you a woman that can do both.
Come on, P mama.
These moo-moos are what got 2 babies, so we're gonna keep wearing our moo-moo dresses at home.
Okay, you know moo-moos are very sensitive in this group, so I think we should not talk about moo-moos.
What do you mean?
Why?
Because I got in trouble last time I called somebody's dress a moo-moo.
Well, I'm gonna wear my moo-moo.
Yeah.
That was fucked up, Telvin.
It was not. It was true. Look, we're not getting into it, but I'm gonna say, do not ask me 5 different times which one I think is best, and then wear the moo-moo.
No, I'll get into it without giving too much information. Telvin told our friend that her dress looked like a moo-moo when she was on the way to a wedding. It was messed up.
She asked.
Well, I'm not talking about what I wear to bed sometimes, so that's all I'm gonna say.
Well, Kayla, you wearing a muumuu to bed and around your home doing laundry and cleaning it for your kids, that's the right time and place for a flowy, eclectic type of dress.
No, it's not eclectic. I got to zip up so I can zip down, breastfeed, zip back up. That's what mine is.
Alternative type of dress. But I think going to a wedding after giving us 5 different options of what you should wear and then coming out with a muumuu, I'm going to call it a muumuu. Now, did I make it more dramatic by cackling and falling on the ground and in tears laughing? 100%. But it was funny. Love you, girl.
It was awful. And also, I would like just to point out, too, that it wasn't even a muumuu. The dress was just too big on her. And I think, you know, it should have been a compliment like, baby, that dress is just too big for you. Why you got to call it a muumuu?
Because it looked like a muumuu. It looked like something my grandma would wear.
Well, let's hope y'all didn't write in about any of your muumuu dresses to Telvin for this confessional section. So,
amen. Telvin has a thing against muumuus, y'all.
I do have a thing against muumuus. I think they're lazy. Like, do not wear it out the house. Put something on.
Well, you mind your business in your home, and we're gonna keep wearing our muumuus.
I mean, I did get a Target in I did get a Target in a onesie the other day, though. So there is that.
Yeah, so you can't say shit.
With Birkenstocks on, it was kind of rough.
Oh
anyway,
my God.
So let's get in it.
Let's do it. All right, I'm going to kick us off.
Cool.
Reminder, we have not read these, but the title is Christmas Story. All right, here's our first submission. This Christmas, I finished grad school at 25. I was excited to join my girlfriend's family on their winter trip, but things got a little meh when I had to pay for my own stuff and crash in a separate room. I also have a lot of student loan debt and monthly expenses. Despite that, I tried to get into the holiday vibe. Sadly, it felt more like I was on the sidelines the whole time. Now my girlfriend's talking about a summer trip, and after the not so great Christmas, I'm debating if I should go. I'm torn about putting more effort into a family that doesn't seem too bothered. Is it okay to rethink joining the summer trip? I could use some advice on navigating this tricky situation. Okay, so let's unpack it for a sec. He gets invited to a family trip, but ends up having to pay for his own stuff and crash in a separate room. Let's talk about that first.
Okay, so I don't think I would have went. I don't think I
Because
would have went. I think I would have bailed on the trip. I would have found a reason to get out of the trip. Because why invite me on a trip, make me pay for it, and put me in my own room?
but
Right?
Telvin, it sounds like though he got there and then realized he had to pay for his own stuff and the separate room. So he's already at the vacation. He's already on vacation. So
Okay.
what do you
Yeah.
do?
Go home. Turn
That
around.
is, that's a typical Telvin response because
Yeah,
Telvin, she
just
would have
like I
went
pulled in
home.
the driveway, I'm backing out the driveway. See y'all. It was good to see you. Nice
Yeah.
having me. Thanks for breakfast. I'll see you later.
This
Yeah.
would be Telvin. Telvin would walk in with his little bags, shuffle
Yeah.
it in there. And once they told him that he was in a separate room or paid, he said,
That's
"All
your
right,
room.
y'all, I'm gonna head out."
And then, okay, and I would ask, I said, so like, how much are we talking? Like, what's the accommodations like? What am I paying for here? And then if I
Right.
find out I'm paying like $300-400 a night for this like 2.5-star hotel just because we're somewhere, I'm out.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I mean, without even getting into the rest of the story, I feel like if it were me, I'm already on the trip. I would definitely have a conversation with my girlfriend after and just say, okay, is this the norm? Is this
Yeah.
something that I need to be expecting moving forward? And am I also expected to be on this trip, but also pay for myself individually? So I think first, right? Like you need to have a conversation.
Yeah.
But I also think
think-
she failed him, right?
Yeah. Sounds like clearly the expectation wasn't shared that he should have to know that he's paying for his own stuff. So, yeah, personally, I'm going to rethink the summer trip because I'll ask all the questions first and make that decision from there.
I just would never invite somebody on a trip and then have them pay for something that I invited you on, especially a family event. Like, you didn't have to come to this. This isn't your family. So why would you make them pay?
But thinking about a winter trip, if I was to picture a winter trip, thinking of Telvin's winter trip, that means skiing, that means dinners out, that what does that include? So I think people have to get to the point now, which I'm very good at it. It's like when Telvin's like, here's this trip, I'm like, all right, so what are we doing? What should I prepare for? Where are we going? How many dinners should I prepare to pay for?
Yeah.
Thinking of that. But he said I just finished grad school, so he probably hasn't ran into this.
Mm-hmm.
So my advice would be ask all the questions first.
Didn't it say he was 25?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
25 now. You should know by now kind of what you're getting yourself into.
I don't know
Not if
though.
ever went on a trip.
Well, and I also feel like, I mean, think about when we were 25. I have always said this since I turned 30. 25 to 30 was the most drastic, I feel like, in personal development, in being more confident. Like, I gained so much insight and wisdom between 25 and 30. I don't know if I, at 25, as outspoken as I've always been, this would make me uncomfortable. 25-year-old Jacey would be very uncomfortable having this conversation. So I think we need to try to put our heads back into 25-year-old.
Y'all, 25-year-old Kayla would have been like, oh God, I don't have any money. Let me figure out how to make a few bucks real quick.
Well, I think that's the thing. That's the thing. We think about 25 years old, us. I was not bankrolling it where I could just be like, oh, let me pay for this week-long trip and let me be able to pay for my dinners here. No, that was not the case. I was barely getting going good. I was struggling.
I would have been calling my mama and daddy. Like, I need help.
Yeah.
I can't afford this trip.
And that's why I think the girlfriend's the only one to blame here, not the family. Because why did she not tell him, you knew what your parents were not paying for and what they were paying for before you went on this trip? You still invited him. You gave him no backstory. You set him up because you were selfish and you wanted him with you. When instead, maybe you should be paying for him.
I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree. Like, I would be very shocked if the girlfriend didn't know that that's how her family was going to treat the situation. So I agree with you. I think this kind of circles back to the girlfriend of like, you did not let this gentleman know he was going to be paying for his trip. And you let him come along the trip anyway.
And then feel insecure throughout the trip because he's having to figure out what to do.
That's emasculating too. Like, not have money on this trip to support, like, even your girlfriend, like, not saying you got to pay for everything for her, but if you don't have money, we're not going to the steakhouse and you're picking up $100 tab for her. That's not happening.
Yeah.
I think that automatically probably put him in such like a self-conscious mindset. Bless
now you got the dad, mom, whoever judging him, or brother or sibling, like they're looking at this like, who's this broke dude that she brought around? He's not broke. He's struggling coming out of college, trying to get his life started, and y'all threw him on this expensive trip. That's unfair.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah, you
totally
don't ask the
agree.
questions before you go on the next trip,
And what if
brother.
he's trying to make rent? That's also worse.
100%. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Kayla. I mean, so his question at the end, yes, is it okay to rethink joining the summer trip? I say absolutely it's okay to rethink it.
If you really want to be honest, I don't think this summer trip would happen for me because I think we would have broke up when I pulled into the parking lot and realized that you set me up.
There would have had to been a lot of building trust from there, just personally, the communication of it.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't think enough, which makes me think, okay, girl, what are you ditzy? Like, what's the issue? Like, you didn't think enough to share with him what he had to contribute. At the end of the day, even when I was 16, I knew wherever I'm going, there's something I had to contribute to financially. So she clearly wasn't in the mindset. So
Well,
yeah,
I
I'm kind of
also
with
think
Telvin.
we're all really good about, even if we think about our times on like early trips we've went on together, we were really good at like, this is how much it is to go there. This is how much it is to eat. This is how much it is for like whatever package we might do. We were
Yeah.
all very transparent on what we were spending. It sounded like she did none of that. So she really just set him up.
Well, and I think with friend groups, that's very normal, right? Like, especially like 25. You're in your early 20s going on a friend group trip. Okay, everyone, we're splitting everything. None of us have a lot of money. I think what is really unfortunate in this situation for me is that this sweet kid probably thought he was just going on a free family trip, because why would you think otherwise? If I'm getting invited onto my girlfriend's family trip, I'm going to have money. You know, it's just like when you go to spend the night with someone, your parents give you a little $20 when you're growing up. Like, okay,
Right.
I'm going to have something if I need it, and do the whole, I'll be nice. Like, oh, I can pay for myself. But are you actually thinking you're going to have to pay for yourself?
No.
Absolutely not.
No. But
No.
one thing I will say is I encourage you, whoever wrote this in, I encourage you to even have that conversation around the family. Say, hey, she mentioned about this summer trip. What can I expect? Like, what are y'all going to do? And you don't have to be mean about it, but just saying, like, digging it out to understand, like, what should I expect to have to contribute or be responsible for while I'm there, so I can make sure I'm prepared if I can go. And I would make sure I say, if I can go. So then you decide if you're backing out or not. So
100%.
you're
But also,
25 now. You ask questions.
right, I think we're missing something too. I just thought about, what about the fact that they had to stay in separate rooms? So for me, I think, is this even a trip I really want to go on again if I have to like go on a trip with my person, but then be separated the whole time because of like their traditional mindset? What's the point of me going?
I disagree with
No,
that.
I mean, I respect the whole like staying in your home and not staying in the same bedroom with your person in somebody's family home. But I think on a vacation, we're in a hotel room together. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not spending extra money to make you happy. We're 25. We're
Well,
grown.
technically, he didn't pay for the room. He just got to crash in the room, but he had to pay for everything else.
Yeah,
he
he
still
does
had
say
somewhere to lay his head.
he said I had to pay for my own stuff and crash in a separate room. But to be completely honest, I think that's just a personal thing. If I think about me at 25, if I was going on I personally, would I want to be snuggled up with my person every night on a vacation? Of course. But if that was just the way their family did things and I knew it on the front end, I would be okay with it.
I would be okay too. I mean, if that's their expectation, that I'm okay with it. I'm not going to back out from a trip just because I can't sleep next to them. Now, it's not like they're married. It's not like they've been together. We don't know how long they've been together, right?
True.
So I'm personally not inviting my children's significant other that been together 3 months to crash in a room together. Personally, that's me.
No, I agree. It shouldn't be like shacking up.
I will say, though, on the other hand, to play devil's advocate to my own comment earlier, they're also 25, like they're in their mid-20s. So there
That's
is a
what
part
I'm
of me
thinking.
that's like, we are grown, Like,
Yeah.
if we're dating at 25 years old, now granted we don't know how old the girlfriend is, but let's just assume that they're around the
Sounds like
same
she's
age.
19 because she really under her parents' thumb. She a baby. She's still sucking a tit. Is what I'm hearing. Is she too scared to tell him to pay for her boyfriend who she been getting dicked down by?
I'm just saying at that point, I would be like, come on, as the girlfriend, I would be
Is
like,
there consideration? Yes.
No,
Absolutely.
I think the family home is way more respectful. I don't ever think somebody should share, like, hop in the bed right away in somebody's family home. I get it. But I think on vacation, where we're kind of like in a different accommodations and things are more expensive, you kind of have to bunk up anyway. I don't think you should be like banging it out and screaming through the hallway, but you can have your own like time, I feel like.
Yeah, I'd be like, let me hear that again.
Well, and I mean, let's be honest. I mean,
I feel like, did I hear a moan? DJ, did you hear a moan?
I'd be like,
I mean,
fake walking in the hallway.
Let's be honest, though. I mean, at 25, if you're staying in a separate bedroom with your significant other, you're going to get creative. You know?
I was literally going to say, get creative, guys.
We say that, but in our last week's story, we talked about the other week's story when we talked about the basement hookup. They were not creative. So we can't really trust younger people these days.
I think, yeah. Facts are. Ask the questions, my guy.
Yeah, I think that's what it all boils down to. You need to be upfront way before, months before this summer trip. Like, you need to be having that conversation now.
Yeah. And if you decide to leave her, we might have a few friends for you. So,
yeah.
I have one for you. They do wear a muumuu. No, they wear a muumuu, but they're cute underneath.
Poor guy. I hope he ends up being upfront and having the conversations, and honestly just saving him a lot of headache in the future.
Amen.
All right, so the question still remains: would y'all have stayed on the trip though, or would you cut the trip short? Because we don't know how long the trip was either.
I'm staying. I just wouldn't be comfortable. Like, knowing myself at 25, I would not have had money if I especially wasn't preparing. Yeah, I'm staying. It's just going to be awkward, unfortunately, for me and her. But when we get home, it's definitely going to be that conversation.
I think when the parents start seeing me order chicken fingers and French fries at every meal and avoiding a beverage, alcoholic beverage at events, you should know that I have no money. Like, I'm making this thing shake.
Right.
Let me sit at the dinner table and just eat the free rolls.
Yeah, like, can I get some water, please? Yeah, sparkling or flat? Flat.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, and don't be shy to offer to bring some sandwiches, peanut butter and jelly to the summer trip. You know, you got to make it work.
Yeah.
So
everybody else is on like the ski lifts. Like, you're talking about, we're going down to the lodge to eat and drink after. You bust out with your peanut butter and jelly sandwich sitting outside. Hey, I'm going for another run. AKA, I can't afford to go in there.
Right.
That is true. I mean, we don't know if they're skiing, but I mean, a winter trip. It probably does involve some type of activity on a winter trip. And as y'all know, yeah, that shit is expensive.
Right.
Very.
That's why I would stay, but I would be stressed because that would make me feel so uncomfortable. And I probably at 25 would already made a phone call to my mama, my sister, Telvin. Who else could I borrow $100 from and be comfortable? And then I'll pay you back. I got you on the flip side.
And I would have proudly said, friend, here go the money. Don't let them folks catch you slipping because they seem like haters. They got you set up. They are putting you in a sticky situation. What else you need? Go eat, go play, go be fun.
Right.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I would have called my mama so quick and been like, look, this is a situation. I'm going to need you to transfer me some money so I can survive. That's
honestly the day I can't wait for to have like a kid or something so I can be like, oh, here's extra money. They thought you were broke, didn't they? Just wait. Right. This is what you about to go do. I'm about to tell you what you about to go do.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so my story today is actually entitled Dirty Wife. And when I say dirty, I mean nasty, filthy, just oh, dusty, slippery, slopey, mushy.
All right, what you got?
Okay, back. All right, since quarantine, my wife's hygiene habits have shifted. She rarely washes her hair, uses dry shampoo, and lives in baseball caps, creating a not so great smell. I've hinted, but she's not keen on changing. Now, as we tackle intimacy issues and we think about starting a family, I need to talk about this. How can I do it with sensitivity, considering it impacts on us both and the lessons for our future family? Needing advice on how to approach this delicate situation. And now when I was trying to say dirty and nasty, I was hoping it was going to be like nasty, not like dirty. This is kind of...
That's dirty.
I thought this was gonna be like some sexy dirty wife, but
I wanted like some BDSM. I didn't want like some filthy lice infested hair.
is it bad? I was kind of like low key hoping that maybe she had a fetish that the husband wasn't a fan
I
of,
wanted
and he's
some
like
chains and whips. Yeah.
But she
Well,
did dirty.
this is-
Okay.
This is a hot topic, y'all. I will say I despise. Let me kick it off. I despise dry shampoo. Despise. I have
Do you?
horrible. Oh my god, I do. I got some memories from dry shampoo that literally have put a bad taste in my mouth for dry shampoo.
What happened?
All right. First of all, if you are using dry shampoo, let me just say, dry shampoo does not sit in a place that you cannot wash your hair. Like, dry shampoo, in my understanding, is supposed to take place of like a 1 day, 2 day, not a week thing, people. So think about if this is a mama, wife, said they're thinking about having kids.
Mm-hmm.
You are running around with dry shampoo multiple days with a cap on. That means you're sweating. So that means when y'all go to do, that means he's smelling your hair and probably getting turned off at that point.
Also,
So-
can we explain what dry shampoo really is? Because I don't think the listeners, if everyone knows. Because I'm still.
People know what dry shampoo is.
Doesn't just dry your.
You use it, so you share what dry shampoo is.
Yeah.
I don't know what dry shampoo is, technically.
It shouldn't be treated as a replacement to washing your hair. But it should be, like, if I go, a day or two without washing my hair and I want to go run a quick errand or something, but it's a spray, Telvin, and it's like a powder spray. You can actually just use baby powder if you wanted to, but it's to soak up the oils.
Mm-hmm.
So, obviously white people, our hair gets, when it starts getting greasy, we have to put dry shampoo, or you just wash it, But
So in this context, she's using it multiple days instead of washing her hair.
All right. Playing devil's advocate, I do know people, white people, who can go days without washing their hair before it gets greasy. Like,
Right.
This is true. Growing up, which my hair's changed since I've gotten older, but when I was a teenager, truthfully, y'all, my hair was so thick, which it still is thick, but it never got greasy. I could go easily like 4 to 5 days without washing my hair before it started to look. Now, I'm not getting into the smell, but I'm just saying, like, the look of it. I could if I wanted to. I could stretch it out. But I know a lot of girls who don't get naturally oily hair, and it also and they have dry shampoos that have fragrances. So I don't know. Like I said, I think it's a useful tool. Do I think it should replace washing your hair? Absolutely not. And if it's clearly to the point that your hair is like creating a stench because you haven't washed it, girl, wash your hair. If it doesn't smell, I'm okay. Just hey, little dry shampoo, shake it out, keep moving. But like, it's becoming a problem.
So I want to be fair. He asked, how can I sensitively address this? So let me answer that before I give my opinion on this dry shampoo, okay? I personally think he mentioned hinting to it. So, and all of us are kind of the same. Don't hint. Just be straightforward. Just like we say, keep it real.
If you're married, you should be able to tell it.
100%.
I wouldn't say that, because DJ and I definitely have, you don't want to hurt their feelings. Like, at the end of the day, especially when it comes like hygiene, like, you should be honest, but you should feel so comfortable with that person that you can be honest with them. Now,
Right.
I get trying to be like, oh, let me just hint a little bit, but at this point, she's not getting the hint. So you just got to tell her.
So you mean to tell me you would hint to DJ, hey, babe, I know you've been outside all day doing stuff in the yard. Maybe go hop in the shower instead of saying, dude, you stink. Go wash.
I would say in the first couple years, it wasn't like, you don't want to hurt their feelings. Like, you're still very passionate about keeping that trust between you all, but also not hurting somebody's feelings. And as I've been told, my tone can be very straightforward. So yes, I'm very aware of how that could be. But now, if he walks in and goes to hug me, I'm like, Go take a shower, boo. Go take a shower. Then come talk to me. So I guess the comfortability, but my advice would be straight. Like, don't hint anymore. She's not getting the hint. So,
well, I think that's a great point. He's already tried to be delicate and already tried to tiptoe around the situation. Clearly that hasn't worked. So yeah, you're going to have, you can still say it in a nice way. Like you said, of course, you can be respectful, but you need to be straight up in a nice, respectful way. You got to tell her she's thanked.
Yeah.
I think that y'all are really being nice and gracious about this situation.
Right.
When I think this is absolutely disgusting. I don't understand how someone can go multiple days with just spraying their hair knowing it stinks because you smell yourself. Everyone has smelled themselves. So
that's true.
You know the odor is happening. And if you've gotten that acclimated to that smell, you're just a nasty person. But also, it gives me flashbacks to this whole scenario, especially when Jacey was telling the story of as a child and stuff. Even when we travel, back in the day when y'all were cheering, mascot, away trips and everything, even game day stuff, pet rallies, whatever it may have been, I will never forget the girls who were every event spraying their hair with dry shampoo. It to the point that it was every time we were together, they always had the white patches because it never always blends all the way in, and their hair looks so frizzled and fried because they're constantly still straightening it and curling it. It looks like pasta noodles in their head that are about to snap in half. So when I think about that, how is she even putting her hair up into her ball cap? Because her hair is going to break. It's so dry and nasty.
I do have to say that dry shampoo they now come out with dry shampoo for brunettes, dry shampoo for people with black hair.
This is getting too convenient. They're promoting bad hygiene.
But where you're talking about the white powder and stuff, they do make it now where it's not like that anymore.
Jacey, they made Band-Aids for the hue and they don't match my skin tone. So how are they gonna match her scalp?
No, but going from straight baby powder white to a dark brunette. I mean, I have very, very dark hair at my roots.
Fair.
I mean, I am a fan of dry shampoo but I will say till the cows come home, I just don't think it should replace your hygiene.
Till the cows come home.
But Jason,
cows come on, baby.
I do know you use dry shampoo, and I'm not calling you in this bucket of people that I call nasty when I say nasty or dirty.
Jacey knows.
Jacey, I want to make sure, because when Jacey is here saying I use dry shampoo, I'm just making sure viewers know my friend bathes. She uses a washcloth, she uses a loofah, she uses a skin routine. She washes her hair at her home.
Thank you, Telvin.
I don't know where else she would wash her hair, but it does happen at home.
I fully know that you can go 4 or 5 days without washing your hair because you don't want it to be greasy at that point, oily, whatever. But there were these individuals that I used to work with, and when we would travel, they would go out at night, get up in the morning, not shower, go to what we were doing as far as our career, then they go back out the night. I don't know what they were doing, women in the night, I don't know, but they were doing a lot of stuff in the last 2-3 days, and then they would just throw dry shampoo in, and I was like, bro, dry shampoo does not replace washing your ass. Okay, so you doing all that sweaty, I don't know what y'all were doing that night, but I'm just saying, that scarred me because that was the
what
first
do you think
time
they were doing. They're getting intimate.
I know what. Yes, they were doing some intimacy, which makes me think. Okay, so
this is the husband. Then he knows.
Right, so your hair's getting sweaty, and then you just wake up and you don't shower after you were intimate. You just throw dry shampoo in? No, ma'am. So I was scarred because that was the first time I ever ran across dry shampoo, and I was like, "That's not soap, honey. You gotta wash your ass still."
No, a lot of chilies at Troy used it.
And I want to go back to the story.
Yeah,
is she not showering, or is she just not washing her hair? Because if I want to I will take a shower sometimes and put my hair up in a clip and not wash my hair. So is she not showering, or is the stench herself, or is it just the hair? Telvin, read the story again. Where's the culprit of the stench?
I think he said hair.
She rarely washes her hair, uses dry shampoo, and lives in baseball caps, creating a not so great smell. I think his issue is not her showering and washing her coochie. I think he's more concerned about washing her forehead.
Yes, hair.
Her scalp, forehead, scalp.
Yeah.
I get. I just had to share my personal experience of why dry shampoo scarred the hell out of me. So
yeah, that nasty.
It sounds very similar to his situation. As she's going out, she's doing things, not washing her hair, but laying in bed and wanting
I would be curious to know, this is clearly this is recent, so we're post-COVID, I'm just thinking of like the hypothetical situations. Maybe she works from home. Maybe, she struggled with COVID. Maybe it is more of a mental thing that like because I know personally when I have dealt with depression and I never experienced depression till COVID and post-COVID, there were days where I would wake up and I'm like, I don't even have the energy to wash my hair.
Yeah,
So
no, I totally get that.
while we're laughing, I do wonder if it's something a little more serious than that.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I feel like if it was more serious, he would have stated that maybe.
Alluded to that.
Yeah.
So it all goes back. Talk to your wife, dude.
Yeah.
Ask the questions.
Y'all, I also think there's one more element to this that I just thought about when you were, we're talking to the mental health side of things. I was talking shit, but it really could be mental health. Seriously. Which, I worry about that for people. But I think what really has happened here, now that I think through this, is that they were together, engaged, whatever, before COVID, right? She's presenting a certain way. You know how y'all girls do bait and switch shit. So she's living and showing a whole different version of herself. He got her in that house and trapped with her, and the doors got locked and they had nowhere to go, and he got to see how nasty she really is. Because y'all girls are nasty behind the scenes. I just seen the bathroom.
Y'all do it too. Don't try it.
I was about to say.
Girl bathrooms are disgusting.
Men's bathroom. Y'all pee all over the seat, down the toilet, down
but y'all
the
got
sides.
makeup everywhere. Y'all got eyelashes everywhere. Y'all got tampons on the floor. Y'all got pads on the floor. Y'all got dirty pains with shit stains and coochie drains.
First of all, nobody in this podcast has tampons on the floor. None of that. So I don't know who you've been around. But.
Yeah, the tampon on the floor is and the shit stain and blood stain underwear. Tell me you doing too fucking much.
I don't know who you've been around. But
y'all know we done all walked in a girl's bathroom and seen a dirty pair of panties just on the floor, crusty.
And you have no idea how much that pisses me off when I go to a public bathroom. I'm like, y'all are disgusting. Y'all need to learn some new hygiene.
Yes.
But
so
also,
I think
on
she
that
baited and
note,
switched him.
Hold on, I gotta say something real quick. Telvin, if you really want to put your money where your mouth is, why don't you go show us your bedroom right now?
Hey, let's go. Let's go on a tour. Let's go.
Ahead.
I'm in a setup right now where I can't move the computer.
In your bathroom.
Yeah, I want to see a picture. I want to see a picture of your bedroom, and then come back and keep talking shit.
We'll talk to the podcast.
So future episodes, we're gonna do a crib episode, so we can see each other's cribs.
Let's go. Episode cribs. I will have a black light delivered to everyone's room too. How about that?
I'm married.
I'm engaged.
Well, I'm single and mine is crystal clear. My bedroom is pure as the Nile River.
That is a lie.
Baby, I'm so glad we're not in the same house right now. Honey, I ain't getting struck.
Right.
But also, y'all girls, bathrooms are disgusting. I'm just saying. We have to do a pee. That's it. And it's all the hair product. It's the hair on the bathtub. Y'all be sticking shit on the side. I don't know what this is.
Definitely not true. Because there are plenty of men's restrooms that are disgusting. But what I will go back to, I think that's a fair comment to say, Telvin, is that maybe before quarantine did a lot for all of us, we got very bored and we were stuck in the house. So I think we should pay homage to that. Like, fair for that. But at this point, if you are not okay with it and it's affecting your sex life and your intimacy toward her, then you just got to keep it straight with her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Understand where she's coming from.
Yeah. I apologize for calling your wife mental health out.
I mean, it's fair. I think we all jump to it that we're like, that's nasty.
You need to ask her. Check in with her mentally.
Yeah. I think it goes back to just being upfront. I mean, you got to just let her know. You can let her know respectfully, let her know nicely. But if Kayla, if it's affecting the intimacy between you and has him questioning, like, bringing kids into the future, this is something that y'all need to discuss now.
Yeah.
Before kids are in the picture, before, you look back at it's 5 years.
Is she going to bathe the kids 2-3 times a day? Like, are we talking good hygiene with the babies? Like, what are we doing here?
Y'all, that's a whole different world in a mama world. I can't.
Well, I know everyone has their opinion on how many times they should watch the kids and all that, which I don't want to be attacked by the mamas of the U.S. society or whatever mamas, but Clean your kid.
But
Oh,
I do think it's fair to say though, if she doesn't have good hygiene, how do you know that you would have good hygiene for your children? I mean, I don't think that's wrong for him to question that.
I think it's a very fair thing. I wouldn't trust her with my loofah.
So,
yeah,
comes down to, dude.
Because then if I just think about the hair is off. Okay, also, this is my last statement I'll make towards like, we all know there's a difference of like that day old funk smell where it's kind of like, it's not bad, but it's kind of like, it's still doable. You know what I'm talking about? We all know that point where you reach. That's still a doable smell. But if he is getting past that smell, I just can't imagine how bad it really is.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta talk to her.
I don't know what else you need to probably clean everything up.
Maybe get herself Maybe get herself a deep conditioning treatment. Maybe you should treat her. That's a good idea. You should treat her to a salon, like a girl's day where she gets like her hair cut, colored, washed. And then maybe you could be like, oh my God, your hair smells so good.
And treat her like a princess. So then maybe she likes that. And then if it goes back, then you say, okay, this is where I need your help. Let me understand.
Mm-hmm.
Are y'all fucking serious?
Dead ass.
What?
Y'all.
What?
That lady is at home all day long with the water and the soap that we done bought from Costco and Sam's, and she has all the amenity. She better take her dirty, custy ass upstairs to that bedroom and wash her hair and her ass. Why would I go spend multiple $100s on her? Y'all know she is not getting out of this trip with no treatments. She ain't getting no treatments. She better treat her ass to the steps to go upstairs.
Okay, first of all, I think we are making a hard assumption, though, that her ass also smells. We do not know that. He has not mentioned any other stench other than the hair on top of her head. So I just think that
look, they say with the redheads, the top matches the bottom, or the curtains match the drapes. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking if the top stink, the bottom stink.
I don't think you're wrong to question that, but I think you're wrong to assume it. But what I'm saying is, what Kayla and I were saying, maybe she is in a funk, maybe maybe it is mental health, whatever it is, maybe it's stress. But I think showing her, like getting her hair done and taking her to a salon where she gets her nails done and makes her feel beautiful, maybe she would come back and be like, oh my gosh, Kayla, when you leave the beauty studio, anywhere you go, you feel so much better about yourself, whether it's your nails or your hair or a wax. Maybe it would, entice her to be like, oh my gosh, I love this version of myself. I want to keep it up.
I don't think that should negate the fact that he needs to talk to her. I say, babe.
Yeah, we're missing the issue.
What is it? Yeah, talk to her, but then also say, I got you a spa treatment. You can go get your hair done, extensions, whatever else you need, honey. Let's start fresh.
Y'all, I hate to use this term, but I'm about to use it. Y'all are acting very delulu all of a sudden. Why in the God's earth would I ever go and have your hair cleaned, extended out, laid, fried, dyed, whatever you want to do to it, for you to go back putting that dirty spray shampoo back in the next day and waste multiple $100s?
It's not wasting.
No.
That's part of self-care.
All I'm doing is washing her hair that she could do in her own bathroom.
I'm not saying she can't do it. I'm not saying she can't do it. Yes, of course she can physically do it.
Y'all are side with the girl trying to get a free spa day. Got it.
Get your girl a spa day and talk to her. Okay? Yes. There you go.
No, all I say is you can, it's called GoodRx and I don't know, the mental apps. Get her on there, get her an account, let her talk to an active therapist, just figure out what's going on to cause her to feel like she can live in filth. And then we'll get that fixed.
Talk to her. You can talk to her and have
my phone number is.
I am so sorry, Telvin. The fact, if you think that him approaching his wife with a therapy session is better advice than a spa,
get
the fuck out of here.
That's divorce.
But I just feel like I'm laughing and we're definitely playing with what we shouldn't play about it. But I do think that there is a mental health element to this because there's no not saying you're insane or not insane. No person who is not in a mental crisis that will go multiple days knowing that they smell and stay in it. Unless there's something mentally going on there.
I mean,
y'all's crickets because y'all know I'm right.
Because
Crickets,
you say
crickets.
mentally. I don't think it has to be that deep, but could she be in a funk? Yes. Does
Okay,
that
that's fair.
Could that just be a conversation? Yes. You ain't got to sign up for a therapist to ask your wife basically to divorce your ass instead of buying her a spa treatment to help her hair. So, all the husbands, buy your wife a spa package
No,
and get
you
her
know
hair
what? I
done.
hate that I read this story because y'all just use this as a way for y'all to get some stanky hair and maybe get a little awful y'all's body smell. Be like, oh, I should send my baby for a body scrub and their nails done because they smell
We'll
a
take
little
that too.
weird.
We'll take
See,
that too.
no, this ain't normal behavior. If you stink, take your ass upstairs and wash your ass. Get the cloth out and you scrub your hair. Come on, Pantene, get with it.
No. Pantene makes your hair fall out, first of all.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm not a girl. What do y'all use? Whatever y'all use.
I use Monday.
I don't know how to say it. I just started using it. Is it Oi? Koi? It's QUAI, something like that. But it's really good. Anyways, maybe
I
she
use
should try
Head and
that.
Shoulders because I got dandruff issues, so that's my own thing. So I want an oily head,
Dirty.
oily as possible, oily as possible.
You filthy.
But guess what? It smells minty fresh every day. Never had a complaint about that. And laying on bed, pillow talk.
Well, talk to your wife, guy. That's all.
Talk to your wife. All right, what else we got? I think we have one more, don't we?
Yeah. All right. So my story is called Gambling Mama.
Spicy.
As the family's budget planner, I messed up big time. Went to the casino on a girls' night and oops, lost all of our savings. Now my kid's birthday is around the corner and I'm stuck. Do I spill the beans to my husband or keep quiet till tax season when we can fix it? Juggling between financial sense and not ruining the birthday. I need advice on handling this mess.
Oh my God.
Girl.
It's the oops. That's our oops. That's a.
There's a lot. There's a lot to pack out with this.
Okay. So tell
Where do
me
we start?
again. She
Line by
lost.
line.
Yeah.
She lost all our savings. That's all. That's the first part of it. How much was the savings, girl?
Also, can we say she's on a girls' night out? Which I'm just trying to hopefully saying she's with not hopefully, but she's probably other mamas, right? These other mamas let her spend her child's money.
But it's not even child's money; it's their whole.
Well, I mean, family money. Sorry, family money. You should tell a friend at some point to stop. Right? Stop.
First of my advice is get some new friends
Because I would tell you, like, friend, you're spending a lot. I feel like that's getting over the budget.
If y'all see me going in at the casino to my savings account, I expect one of y'all to tackle me.
Also, you're a frugal person, so if I see you anything more than like $100 running around, I'm like, what is she doing?
I was about to say, if you see me trying to gamble more than $200-300, grab me.
When we start seeing like the bands on the $1,000, that's when we start asking questions.
I don't gamble for that reason because I don't win, so that's why I don't gamble.
Okay, so yes, this is true. What is her family savings? I wish we knew this because are we talking like $500? Or are we talking like $50,000? Because that could be two different things.
But I will say, regardless of the amount that it is, it's still all of their savings. So the fact, even if we don't know the number, you have $0 in your savings account now because you've gambled it all away. First of all, this is the one that needs to go to BetterHelp. This one needs a therapy session.
Yes, for sure. So the question is, do I spill the beans to my husband or keep quiet until tax season when I can fix it? Although her kid's birthday is around the corner.
Okay. My advice, kid's birthday, bitch, you better get crafty.
Right.
No, you need to call them friends that had you down at the casino and tell them we all gonna pull together and make this thing happen. Because y'all let that happen.
I think you need to get crafty, baby. Do a little art project with your hands, bake something. It comes from the heart.
Bake it.
Yeah, you got to get crafty with that. But
I will say for kids' birthdays too. She mentioning not ruining the birthday. The only expectations kids have on birthdays is what you talk to them about, you discuss with them, maybe what you've done in the past, but that can also be a conversation like, hey, boo, this is what we're going to do this year. You know, so that expectation is what we usually put on ourselves, society, all those things. So ruining the birthday may not be that big of a deal.
But
That's a great
what
point.
if, let's say this hypothetically, what if the plan between her and the husband was to buy, let's say, the child like a PS5? And we know what it's like $500-$600 where they are.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the savings money that she's discussing that was in that pot.
Could be.
How are you making it tax season if the birthday's coming before? Also, why is tax season the resolution?
Well, I was going to say...
Don't spend the money is what you should have done.
Yeah, I mean, birthday, I agree with you, Kayla. Like, you can make some shit work. You have to talk to your husband. Are you kidding me? I would never. I think waiting till tax season, what is she hoping she's going to get a tax return and then just put it back in? He's still going to be asking, okay, well then where's the other money before that? Like,
right.
The balance still don't make sense.
And maybe you better start filing today to make sure you get your money back before, if that's what you're
thinking.
Oh,
no, she's going to have to go through one of them things where you get the money early, where they give you the loan.
Get the advance.
Yeah. She got the advance. She get one of them.
Which I don't suggest that, because that's just putting you back in the hole, girl, of what you're already going to have
Don't you have to like pay interest and all this stuff? So yeah, she's going to be in a mess. So it's either, just tell the man, because I think if somebody play with money that I've worked hard on, and then, I mean, still trying to understand, like, we don't know who put the money, not saying who, but what if she is a stay-at-home wife and he's the one making all the money, but she balances the books because she's at home. I've been thinking all this options. That would really upset me to know I'm like busting my ass to like provide for the house and then you're blowing it at the casino. So you need to come tell me, and then you're off the account, to be honest. Like, we're restructuring how we do this.
Bro, absolutely not. If I mishandle money one time, which she said she's the family's budget planner, so she messed up this time, then you try and take me off the accounts? Again, honey, you better go ahead and sign up for divorce, because it ain't happening.
Well, I got issues with the very first sentence here. How you got a low-key gambling problem, but you the bookkeeper?
Maybe she hits big and he don't know. She putting money back in the account.
She probably has been putting the money back for so many years, and he just never caught it.
Right, because she's the planner.
And also, I love how she said, do I spill the beans to the husband? This ain't an excitement thing to tell somebody. This ain't no, like she's like, hey, whoops, babe, let me tell you what I did. That's not exciting.
No. You got to tell your man.
No, you took food off the table. Like, my mom, taking money from my family, taking food off the table. So my kids can't eat now. So we have a problem.
And you legitimate have a problem, sounds like. So.
Oh, yeah, like, I can't trust you with anything. Like, I'm tracking you now.
I mean, I do feel, you know, like Hudson and I, we have money together. We also have our own spending money. You know, there are things that I would not want to I wouldn't want to spend out of like our mutual fund, right, on getting my nails done. Or if I'm going to a casino.
Our dry shampoo.
It sounds like, or dry shampoo. So, but it sounds like that it's clearly like mutual, you know?
Right.
Because if it was just her money, I mean, you could go to your husband and be like, look, I fucked up. I'm just letting you know. But I think it's a mutual fund here that will affect the family. Hence, it's affecting the kid's birthday.
Right.
That's a problem.
She's been winning. This is her one time being down, friend. I got you. You just spill it to your husband, shed a little tear, you know, just move on.
I'm so sorry.
You can have a nice park birthday, go get you a Publix cake, which are the best cakes, for $20, and have all the kids come to the park for free.
Get you some balloons at the dollar store.
There you go. Works out.
Make it work.
Y'all are being really nice to this lady who stole from her family.
She ain't steal. It's her money too. So, no.
If you can blow your life savings in one night at the casino, I don't think you have any business being at the casino.
I'm not disagreeing that she doesn't have a problem. I think clearly there's an issue. There's an underlying issue here.
Hold on. I have to stand up for this woman, because there have been plenty of nights, y'all. Don't act like we hadn't had the nights that I'm like, Deej, I'm going out for a friend night, and I go out, and the next morning we all wake up and we're like, oh, how much did I spend last night? So y'all ain't about to do this woman like we ain't had those nights.
But Kayla, the difference is it was an experience for us as friends that we all agreed upon. You didn't take your butt down to the Wind Creek and just blow all this money.
It was a girls' night.
I agree. It was a girls' night, but also, Kayla, yes, have I had those days or those mornings where I look at my bank account and I'm like, oh, I done fucked up. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But my whole savings, absolutely not. Like, I would have to be on drugs and someone would have to be swiping my card for me.
Agreed. But maybe, I'm just being the devil's advocate on that sense. Maybe they needed this girls' night. She got a little frisky, and now she's like, oh shit, how do I fix this one?
No, what happened was she was like, oh, gotta get baby a PS5. Oh, but wait, if I double this money, I can do a trampoline, PS5, and a Switch.
Put it all on black, girl.
She was trying to double and triple her money, and that's how you lose.
Well, I ride for you, girl. Just don't do it again.
I think the
husband.
The last two wives we discussed in this podcast are just crazy ladies.
Telvin, you being low-key disrespectful on this episode. Don't be calling no woman crazy.
Right. And the fact that Telvin, okay, if I could count on my hand how many times the next morning Telvin was like, oh, shit. Yeah. How much money we all spent, so stop.
I mean, I definitely have a voice of reason that kind of comes in around like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm ordering DoorDash, and I like see all the the push alerts from my bank. That's when I realized I messed up.
Telvin acts like the community sugar daddy when we all go out and wants to buy shots, wants to buy rounds. He wants to stay out till 6 a.m.
100%.
All I gotta say is, take me with you next time, Mama, and I'll make sure you don't spend your savings. Put 100 down, and that's all you get, girl. Go to the penny machine.
Mm-hmm.
All of us have all been to the casino together, and we have all been, this is how much I'm spending, this is how much I take out of the ATM, and we have it, right? And once it's done, it's done. We've all been really good about that as a group. So when I see people who run back and forth to ATM and let their friends do that and think it's funny, that to me is like, they're not good friends. So she needs to start there.
I do question the friendships involved, like if she... I don't know. I want to believe, without being judgmental, that if we were all there at a casino together and you guys saw me going back to back to back and having all of this money, I feel like y'all would say something.
Yeah, Frank. Yeah.
Okay, and the other mindset, what if she just had this wad of cash? They didn't realize it. They're all drinking, having a good time. It's been my time. And she keeps going. What if they don't know anything about gambling, but she's the gambler? So she's like, I'm up. And then all of a sudden she realizes, oh shit, I just lost all my money.
Kayla,
I'm just saying from that standpoint.
Opened your purse and I saw a wad of cash in your purse. I'm about to ask some questions. Friend, you slanging?
Well, that's because I don't carry cash, but this woman might.
Friend, I didn't know we out here gang. Like, what? Okay,
I don't.
Hey, if I saw a wad of bills, I'd be like, Kayla, let me hold some.
Right. Shoot. If I see $1 in that purse, I'm like, friend, you don't carry cash. What you been doing?
I don't carry cash. But like Megan and Greg, they gamble. So I don't ever question how much money they're gambling. I'm just like, this is their thing.
But
let
there's
them
people
do
who
it.
are just really good at it, but they know when to stop. And I think people like Megan and Greg are very conscious gamblers.
Look, I'm going to give them benefit of the doubt. Girl, she got carried away. Don't do it again. Just take your baby to the park. Have a free birthday. $20
No, because she's going to be
cake.
divorced in 2024 if she don't get it together.
She got to tell her husband.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my two pieces of advice. Get creative for your son's birthday. Like you said, go and get you them little dollar balloons, 99-cent balloons, Publix cake. Yeah. Let them kids run around at the park.
Y'all are being too gracious. I don't like people messing with family money.
Either way, she got to figure out a solution, Telvin. So her baby needs a birthday
Go
idea.
tell your husband so you can get that tongue lashing and you can maybe do some favors and get back some good graces and we'll see what can happen. Other than that, I ain't worried about no party.
Well, it's
That's the last
son.
of your concern. It's the last of their concern. Last of their concern. That husband anger should be your concern.
Get creative.
Get creative and talk. Yeah, get creative and talk to your husband. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to text both of y'all's future husband and make sure I let them know. Don't trust y'all with the accounts and casinos because y'all seem like y'all going to hide it. Sketchy.
My husband is great.
First of all, mind your business, Telvin. How about that?
I'm going to have y'all locked down. Right. I'm going to have y'all in some moo-moos at the house untrusted with a credit card.
Honey, this over here is a lot powerful than you texting him. So we got this.
Okay, that boom, 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 boom.
You damn right.
But no, these are awesome though. Like the fact that all of these stories are legitimately like relatable to things that we've dealt with, been through, currently could possibly be going through is freaking awesome. So thank y'all for writing in.
All I gotta say is that I just feel like don't be dirty. So I'll fight you in the comments. I'll see you there.
Well, I think collectively, you know, we each all of these stories really just came down to being honest.
Yes,
Keep it at 100.
I do.
Stop
Also,
sugarcoating.
I do have a little quick tidbit, y'all. A little side note. Just want to throw it out there. Since we're talking about people being honest, Kayla, there was a bonus write-in, and it was actually addressed to me and you.
Oh Lord.
So I'm interested if we want to take a second to hear this, because I just skimmed it, and the skimming of it is.
I
Alright,
have
go
to
for
know.
it.
I have to
All
know.
right, Jace. All right, I'm gonna say it really quick.
That's
The
stressing
title
me
is
out.
this title is Steak and Shake. So already interested, all right? So here it goes. Kayla and Telvin, a memory from 2005 to 2007 has resurfaced. Back then, we used to frequent Steak and Shake after the movies. There's a lingering recollection of people allegedly spitting in the ketchup bottles during that time. Did you ever witness or experience this? I'm curious to know if this was a shared reality or distorted memory. What now?
Okay.
Hold on.
First, who the hell wrote this in? I want to know.
I want to know too. This is when I wish the form wasn't anonymous.
Here's the movie theater. Here's Steak and Shake. So after you went to the 7:00 movie, you walked down to Steak and Shake, and your parents would pick you up. So
Mhm.
that was like the club until you got picked up.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. But whoever the hell is spitting in
Okay.
ketchup bottles,
I have to say something, Kayla, and it just reshook my memory.
Like, do you have any idea who this person could be? Did y'all go with a big group, or is it like a few individuals that
It was
you're like,
everybody. It was everybody.
Mm.
Everyone went to the movie theaters, and everybody went to Steak and Shake. So it could be anybody across different friend groups right now.
I don't hang out with dirty people. So the fact that somebody is spitting in a ketchup bottle, that was not my friend. Tell me, I don't know who you're hanging with, but it wasn't my
Okay,
friend.
I have to chime in here.
Oh,
Because I
I
have-
heard. Sorry, Telvin, I heard this wrong. I thought the story was the workers at Steak and Shake were spitting in the bottles. Are you saying that like customers were spitting
This is
in the bottles?
Patreons. This is Patreons of the store.
That's dirty as hell.
That's disgusting. That is absolutely
And
disgusting.
y'all, I have to say something.
What?
I remember this.
No.
I
This
told
is
you,
real. This is real.
This is dirty
And this
friends.
is exactly why I don't use public ketchup and mustard. If you've never noticed, I always get the ketchup from like the packets. I ask for the packets, like Waffle House and everything.
You do.
This is exactly why, and I have not thought about this since this time. So it's real. This happened
You
with
will-
that second shake.
okay,
I
now-
I never participated. I gotta say, that was not the one. But I do know a couple people, and I could probably name a few names if I get a yearbook out and scroll through it, that they did this every Friday night or Saturday night at the movie theater. It was a thing.
That is disgusting.
I'm sorry. Call their asses out. That shit is nasty.
Right.
This is a thing. This is a thing. This is
Telvin?
exactly why I don't use communal ketchup and mustard.
Okay, well, thank you for that tidbit, because now I will not. So I appreciate you.
Because their
I
little
feel like
nasty
Taylor-
asses
this
running
is even
around.
more funny. I feel like I've had this discussion with somebody at some point in the last few years about why I don't use public ketchup, and this is it.
Okay, so noted, Telvin doesn't use public bidets, and Kayla is not using public ketchup or mustard or mayonnaise or anything else going forward.
Yep. New level of or new anxiety unlocked. I'm like, thanks. Won't be
Yeah,
using
so
that
this
anymore.
this is kind of crazy to think about this, and I forgot honestly about this whole thing, but this is a real thing, and I'm kind of happy that somebody else shares this memory with me.
Shame on
Oh.
them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
we also failed society because we should have confronted this and told at the time. Instead, we just kind of ignored it and just didn't use the ketchup.
yeah, no, you just let me continue using the ketchup at Steak and
Kayla,
Shake.
I feel like this was a well-known. I feel like this was a well-known thing.
I told you, my people were built different. I didn't hang out with people who spit and ketchup bottles.
I didn't either.
Hell.
I was not sitting at that booth. I was sitting on the other side of the restaurant when I saw it.
Shout out to class of 08. We were built different. We weren't spitting in ketchup bottles. We were trying to do keg stands around the corner, not spitting in ketchup bottles.
Well,
That is absolutely repulsive.
Ugh. Well, thank y'all for writing in for that one. I appreciate whoever did.
Man, these were very interesting.
Who knew? Like, you know,
That one got me.
the Steak and Shake.
I'm just sad. Like, if I go to the hot dog stand now, I can't use ketchup. I can't.
Kayla, it's so funny that I've had this memory for years and I forgot where it came from. But yeah, it is somebody spitting in the ketchup packet, mustard, thing at Steak and Shake. It was the glass ones, the OG ones. Definitely remember it. That's what taught me a long time ago. Don't use communal ketchup and mustard, and I've never since. And now I can officially say out loud why.
Well, shame on you for not passing that tidbit to your friends.
Sorry. I mean, you should have seen it.
And
I
also,
didn't hang out with your people.
Also, I just have to. I mean, just
look.
to
I'm a little my throat and my bacterial infections, not nobody else's.
Well, my last comment about this is that shit is nasty. Shame on them. Shame on them. And it's people like that ruin shit for everybody else. So, Lord. Okay. Well, thank you guys for your submissions. I could speak for everyone when I say we are very much looking forward to more to come.
Yes. We got a handful this time, but please, as we want to continue doing this monthly, this fuels us too, where we can share, give advice, hear all the good things. So please continue to send them in.
Yes. So if you're interested in submitting a confession or a story or want some advice, check out the link in our bio on Instagram. It is an anonymous Google form. We will never share your identity unless you tell us to. It is completely anonymous. So please write in.
Thank you all for your submissions, and I really cannot wait and hope somebody confronts and tells me who they are that wrote this story so we can relate on it and talk a little more about it. So slide in my DM. It's available. But yeah, I thank you all for writing in. It's cracked.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to tune in next week and we will see you then. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel, rate us on Apple and Spotify. Ratings help tremendously. So give us a rating, write us a review, go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all the platforms at Hey Friend Podcast. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye, friend.
Bye, friends.
Bye, friend.